Stop where you are. You don't know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing, all right. Come on.
Get all of him.
Lock him up.
All right, you fools. You've brought it on yourselves. Everything would have come right if you'd only left me alone. You've driven me near madness with your peering through the keyholes and gaping through the curtains. And now you'll suffer for it. You're crazy to know who I am, aren't you? All right, I'll show you. There's a souvenir for you, and one for you. I'll show you who I am and what I am.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves.
Jose, how are you now?
Good, Shag. And you?
Not so bad.
Yeah.
Not so bad. You know, well, I had something and I fucking just completely lost it.
Shag, we ought to talk like this the whole time.
Dude, oh my god. Oh my god.
Talk like 1930s movies, Shag.
Yeah, greetings. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. The Cinema Villains proudly present to you a 1930s classic brought to you in part by your hostess with the mostest, Shaggy Black, alongside me, longtime friend and associate and hetero life mate, Dr. Jose.
That's right.
I can't do this no more.
I was like,
I tried to do the radio voice.
yeah.
And like halfway through when I paused there, I actually thought of the radio demon.
Oh, no.
I was like,
If I wanted to hurt anyone here, I'd have done so
already. That should be the opening. It's like, haha, dear. I that should be the opening bump. If it's not, if we don't do anything else.
The radio demon? That's
The radio
hilarious.
demon.
Like, pay no mind to that. That was just something we had to throw in.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the episode.
Nothing to do with the movie, but yeah.
Nothing. Anyway, guys, as you see, we are rocking spooky season hard, and that is what we're going to do. But we are doing something a little bit traditional in a sense. We are going to cover pretty much the forefathers of horror.
Horror?
I mean, not our type of horror that we like, but we like horror. Regardless.
We do like horror.
We love it. We love all. I mean, we have our favorite genres, which may or may not be a top 5 episode.
Maybe.
But we also like we respect them, and as you see, clicking on this title, you're seeing we're doing the Invisible Man, 1933 version of the Invisible Man, not the 2019 or 20. No, 2000.
No, it was 2020.
It was 2020 version of
because that was the last movie that came out before the world ended.
Yep, before the world.
That was the before times.
Yeah, right before the before times, right in there. But like, yeah, we're going to starting with the Invisible Man. Now, you're all probably wondering why we're not covering these in the order of the release, because it was Dracula, then Frankenstein, then Invisible Man, then Wolfman.
Oh.
But I think we went with the more interesting one first.
Yeah.
Because I've watched a little bit of these recently, and I'm gonna tell you now, I'm gonna be biased, but like my 2 favorites are Invisible Man and the Wolfman, right?
Yeah.
But the problem with that is they are super iconic as Frankenstein and Dracula. Honestly, I don't think so. That's just my personal opinion.
Right. Maybe the Wolfman.
The Wolfman, yeah, but
Wolfman maybe, but that's only because there's werewolf movies. And
and we will get to that.
Yeah.
Like we will definitely cover that. Because like that fucking lore is crazy as enough as it is, but like when you think of like the universal monsters, those are your 4 bit, and then you can also throw in the monster from the
Creature from Black Lagoon.
Yeah, Creature from Black Lagoon, which came later.
Yeah.
But you think of those 4 iconic, or that people will swap out fucking Invisible Man for the Mummy, right?
That is true. I think the Mummy is more in there than the Invisible Man.
I personally think what it is.
I guess.
You're right. I personally think that it's always going to be the three. It's going to be Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, and Wolfman. And then when you add a fourth, it can be flipped between the Mummy and Invisible Man. But here's the funny thing: out of all three of those, only the Mummy has came out successfully with a reboot or a remake, and people look at that as the definitive Mummy.
Yeah.
With the Universal Pictures with the Brendan Fraser and everything. That's the definitive Mummy movie, right?
Not the Tom Cruise one?
Not the Tom Cruise one. I really wish it was because I wanted that dark universe, but we are not getting that.
Boy, they called their shot. And
they fucking pointed to the fucking stadium like Babe Ruth, only to strike out quicker than me on a date night.
There you go.
That is.
It's just like dog. They took that group photo like, yeah, look at us.
Look at us. We're gonna start something. Never left the ground.
It was. Oh man, I was trying to think of a joke. I forgot it. It was a joke like, hey man. It's like the narrator came in. They did not. It bombed.
Yeah, it just flat out.
Pictures that preceded unfortunate events.
Yes.
Fucking the Dark Universe group shot.
Yeah, he's like, hey, wow, cold takes.
Yeah,
cold
there
takes.
you go. Freezing cold takes. That's what I'm looking for.
Yikes on bikes. But yeah, no, we're gonna cover this. And like I said, we started with The Invisible Man because me personally, I'm biased because it was one of my favorite movies. But to me, I also felt it was a little bit more interesting to start off with. I mean, we could have started off with Dracula. Yeah.
Dracula.
But at the same time, honestly, we were kind of like, well, Jose left it up to me.
Yeah, I was like, go for it, Shaq. I don't care. Yeah. I don't fucking care. Go for it, bro.
Go for it. And I was like, yo, and I wanted to try to get something to keep his attention because these movies are older, right?
They are old, yeah.
They are 87, about 80 plus years old,
yeah.
Right? So it's kind of like you got to figure out like, okay, you got to get yourself in a mood to watch these, right? And it's kind of like
what better mood than spooky season?
Yeah, especially spooky season.
Yeah.
And then on top of that is like, are you this? People can see these type of old movies like, man, I'm not trying to watch this. This stuff's not going to be good.
Although I do feel like this movie you can watch whenever.
Yeah,
I feel like with the other movies, the Wolfman, Dracula, Frankenstein, it hits harder.
Yeah.
This time of year.
Yeah.
Whereas The Invisible Man, I feel like that's kind of like whenever.
I can watch this in April.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it'll be dope, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I would definitely see myself doing that. You know what I'm saying? So like, but this one was really fucking interesting, and watching this with you was like a pleasure. I hadn't fucking watched it all the way through every time I had it on in the background, or I just watched the Dead Meat version of it. But like I said, man, that shit was probably one of my favorite Universal monster pictures. Like no lie. Like how did you feel about how did you feel about the movie? I mean, first off, let me re-ask that question. How do you feel about the Universal monsters today in like back then, and then compare them to today's like how their popularity is still around? How's that feel about that compared to like our horror legends that we grew up with?
It's kind of weird because we grew up with like the slasher villains, and like I guess technically our Dracula would probably be Gary Oldman.
Yeah,
either that or we probably saw like Christopher Lee's Dracula before we saw.
I saw Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
I saw Gary Oldman.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. I probably saw his. Well, no, that one. Those
actually, I take that back. I'm lying. I saw Mr. Burns. Then I saw Gary Oldman.
That shit's great. But no. What about Leslie Nielsen Dracula?
Oh, dude. Yeah, I saw that.
Let's go. But anyway, no, moving on. But yeah, because these Universal monster movies, you kind of watch like way later, I think. Because I think as a kid, I probably would have saw black and white, even though black and white didn't faze me because the original Godzilla movies in black and white, so I was used to it. Mm-hmm. But even then, you're just like, eh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, cool. Like if you go
actually, my first Dracula, now that I think about it, is the Monster Squad Dracula.
Nice.
Now that you think about it, because that's probably my that's probably my introduction to most
to all the monsters, right?
Yeah, because think about it, everyone but the Invisible Man's in that motherfucker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone is in that one, and me personally, like, it's funny. I didn't grow up on Monster Squad.
Yeah.
I got into that like much later, but like also I really enjoyed just like I said, my version of seeing Dracula was literally Mr. Burns,
right?
As a mock off of like Gary Oldman's Dracula, And as I'm watching the Treehouse of Horror special as a youth, and I'm like, yeah, this is spooky. I love it. And then I was like, where's this big haired dude coming from? And then I got which is funny because you bring up Dracula, and we talked last episode about box art that creeped us out. That box art creeped me the fuck out.
That little weird statue.
It was a statue, and it was bleeding, and it just had Dracula on it. I was just that freaked me out. I don't know why.
Yeah, there you go.
It just freaked me out. But
although shout out to the Monster Squad for giving me false hope. Like, as a kid, you're like, these kids could do. Yeah, we could totally take out Dracula and the mummy. No, we'd be murdered in a second.
Like, just in a blink of an eye. Dracula would get us the fuck out of here.
Out of there, dog.
And after what I seen with the Invisible Man, absolutely.
Oh, no, the Invisible Man getting us out.
Yeah. Invisible Man bodying us, bro. Like, that's because, like, just big talk.
Yeah, no,
like, be like, I got to, like, I'm sitting there going, the werewolf has nards. And no.
Dad would not know.
I'd be dead.
Ripped to shreds in instant.
Yep, done. Absolutely done. Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah.
Ain't no fucking way.
Although, have you seen the original Mummy? Getting that out of the way.
No,
Neither
I haven't. I haven't.
I've only seen,
but because
Brendan Fraser.
And you know the crazy. That's the thing. That's why I'm saying it. Like, we're starting this off because like my first Invisible Man movie was Hollow Man. Unfortunately.
Oh shit, that might be mine too.
That's like my first Invisible Man movie, and that's exact. And Hollow Man was literally a modernized version of the Invisible Man here.
Yeah,
and it's the same premise. A scientist. Brilliant scientist finds a way to turn himself invisible, but goes mad when he can't figure out how to turn himself back, and that
not
madness.
To mention the things also kind of hyping your madness up. It's like it makes you crazier.
Well, it's in Hollow Man. In Hollow Man they kind of explain what that drug was doing and everything. But in the original Invisible Man, they don't really explain too much. It was
a throwaway line.
It was a throwaway line.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, but he started delving into it because like the madness of like you kind of realize your power.
Yeah.
You realize your power and shit, and then it's kind of like you just drive yourself crazy because you want to find the cure, but also chaos, right?
Yeah.
You realize like no one can stop me.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like
invisibility sounds cool till you realize it sucks.
Yeah, it's ass.
Yeah.
It is. It's cool, but it's not cool.
Yeah, it's like, let me close my eyes. Oh shit.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know what? And I'm gonna point this out because me and Jose had this conversation, or at least I told you. I originally thought when you were like the Invisible Man, you can at least see yourself, but no one else can see you. Like how like light just bends.
Yeah.
And over you, so you can be that. But then you pretty much debunk that. It's like, well, Shag, if you're wearing clothes, you could see those clothes, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, you're still naked. And I'm like, oh fuck, okay, yeah. Like, why I would still be naked? Your first instinct is to want to put on clothes, and they'll see that, and you're fucked. So it kind of debunked it. So it's like, no, you can't. You wouldn't be able to see yourself. Also, they wouldn't drive you mad as if you wouldn't be able to go as crazy if you were be able to see yourself, right?
Yeah.
Versus being able to like not see anything on you, which kind of adds to that madness, right? Delve into it. And like I said, I bring up Hollow Man because it's like that was probably one of the first Invisible Man movies I seen.
Yeah, no, same here.
Now, and with everything going with like the Invisible Man and everything else, there's also it's been in pop culture, and with the Universal monsters, they are still in pop culture. These movies are like 80+ years old, and these movies still find a way to be in pop culture, from like cereal to toys to cartoons to TV shows. They're still like popular in our culture, and it's kind of transcendent now because I feel as though they have passed on the torch to the slasher monsters, which your Freddy's, your Jasons, your Michael Myerses, and your Leatherfaces. Mm-hmm. Right? And then just like them, you'll have the Holy Trinity, and then you have the other guys that are in that under that tree, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, and it's just those kind of spawn off. So it's kind of like, okay, cool. And then if you think about it too, man, most of those movies too started off like off rip as something serious and then turned into jokes. What other movies have we seen happen like that? You know,
your slasher
genre. So they're kind of like almost in hand, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, and you're saying like, no, they didn't turn those movies into jokes. I point to you in case in point every Abbott and Costello team up.
Yeah.
Like, and
exactly.
And that is my first memory of a mummy. is the Abbott and Costello mummies.
Have you seen John Carpenter's Invisible Man?
No, I didn't even know
With
he
Chevy
did.
Chase?
I didn't even know he did.
Yeah, Chevy Chase is the Invisible Man. I haven't seen. That's one of the few Carpenters I haven't seen. I don't know if it's a comedy or not.
So here's the crazy shit. I think I might have.
Yeah.
But I vaguely remember that. I'm going to have to look that up because I do remember Chevy Chase being invisible. It's kind of like one of those movies like Ghost Dad that I fucking remember and I shouldn't.
Shouldn't because the drink you took before you watched it?
Yeah.
You just woke up.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
I'll stop. That was dark.
Like, oh. But, wow. Okay, I just got that joke. That just fucking flew over my head. Jesus Christ. Okay. Wow. Moving on.
Okay.
Moving on. Jesus.
Shag's like, okay, you need to chill.
Like, you need to chill. Like, you need to relax. But yeah, that's kind of like how I see that now, man. But one thing, because I want to talk about this in this episode first, and then we're going to get on with the other ones, because I don't want to keep doing this for every episode.
Right.
But when you think of the Universal monsters, obviously you think of now people's version of the quote-unquote Universal monsters would be Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, Leatherface, all that, right? I mean, I'm one that actually loves both. I'm more of a Wolfman fan, which does not make me a furry. Fuck you, Brian. I'm not that.
Damn.
Chill the fuck out. I'm not. And now I just gave Jose some fucking ammo.
Furry Shag. If I see a fucking tail somewhere in this house one day, I'm going to be like, Shag?
No. All my sex toys are hidden. Anyway.
Thank fuck.
Anywho. Yeah, no. It's fucking just to the point to where, like, you got to look at it to the point where that stuff viewed, and it's still these motherfuckers are still so iconic that it's rare to get a reboot remake of these characters for it to actually transcend. For instance, we've had Invisible Men movies, right? But are they just as iconic as this one? And people forget this because they're like Invisible Man, they think of something else. They think of the character, but they don't think of the movie, right?
Right.
And you're like, wow, maybe we need to make more of these. And which Universal did do, and they started with if you want to keep a bean, they actually started with like the Wolfman 2010.
Yeah.
And try to do that, but that didn't work for something. I want to cover that movie so fucking bad. I actually love that movie, and that movie's got some bullshit on it. Yeah. But reason why I say that is because recently they did the Invisible Man 2020, and this is a modern take on that.
Yep.
And I'm gonna sit here and say that movie actually was really fucking good.
Yeah,
like,
it was great.
Very fucking good, man. Because especially capturing the only deal that I didn't see in this movie is Buddy didn't go mad from being invisible because he made an invisible suit.
Yeah.
He was already crazy.
Yeah, he was already like an evil asshole.
Yeah, he was already evil. Yeah. Right? He was already fucked up mentally. So he just found a suit to go fuck with people or his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, in that movie, it's pretty much her point of view.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, you kind of follow the Invisible Man.
Yeah, you follow him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like one woman being stalked by someone that he's like, and it's crazy because it's like there's a man in the room and you're kind of like, it's just me and you. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
And that motherfucker could be standing right there. That movie was so fucking tense for like absolutely no reason because it had you looking at shit, looking for fucking ass prints.
Yeah.
And you can blink and them shits are gone, and you're kind of like, what the fuck? I actually may watch that movie later.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see that, and then I really wish, like I said, it's a gripe with me after watching the original Invisible Man and kind of looking at it, and especially even bringing up Hollow Man. I really wish they kept the slow brinks of insanity. But obviously, what the director of the 2020 version was trying to do was show that type of science isn't really doable and it's very hard and it's harder to explain and get people to wrap around. But what's scarier is shit that actually can fucking happen.
Yeah.
You know? Not saying that he could, like, that suit could be created, but it's way more believable.
Oh, it's way more believable than working on some type of stealth suit
stealth,
that bends light.
Stealth, like, that versus a fucking elixir that just turns you fucking invisible. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a little way more believable. But I say that to say this.
Although, honestly, he probably looked more like the Predator in real life.
You would think that.
Well, you can see that telltale shimmer. That telltale shimmer.
Exactly. Which Invisible Man kind of pointed out, so you can see me in fog.
Yeah.
Like you'll
see a bubble.
You'll just see a bubble, and that'll just be me. But like, I really, after watching this, I'm going to say this is probably my favorite Invisible Man movie. And 9 times out of 10, it's probably because of the actor.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Claude Rains.
Claude Rains, man,
That's such a metal name too.
Yeah, it's and he looks like he fucking can be in a like metal punk band or some shit.
Yeah.
Like if you look at him, like a fucking like an emo, fucking hardcore emo band.
Like he was in the scene.
Like in the scene, he's a scene kid.
Yeah.
Just looking at him, and it was a black and white picture, but it's like he's got dark hair.
Yeah.
And his lips are like kind of darker, and it's kind of like oh shit, that's metal as fuck. Yeah, Claude Rains. Yeah, Claude Rains is fucking was the man on this. When I heard that he got casted, he was the first choice because this role was going to inquire.
Like, yeah, he was just the director's first choice.
Yeah, he was director's first choice because this role was going to inquire a lot of voice work, and he loved Claude's delivery on certain lines, and he loved his voice, so he got him in there. And Claude was more known for stage actor and everything, showing his face and showing his emotions. So this one was kind of difficult for him, but he knocked it out the damn park.
Yeah.
Man. Holy shit. How did you feel about this movie that we watched?
It was good. It was really good because that's what the guy I seen this movie alone. I might as well have been watching it for the first time today because I ain't seen this movie in fucking years, though.
Yeah, same.
Like decades, we can say now. I can unfortunately say now, but yeah.
Yeah, it's I haven't seen. This is like outside of watching like Dead Meat and shit, man. I'd never seen this up until a certain point. Like I owned them. I've watched them before.
Right,
I own
them too. I got the 4K collection, so I'm like, hey.
See, I don't know if mine.
Wait, does this one have? Does Invisible Man on that one?
I don't think it is, man. I think it is.
I gotta go look. It might be on the new one because they got a collection.
Yeah.
Number 2 coming out. It might be on that one.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, Claude Rains did the damn thing. He's great. He portrayed like, oh, I'm a crazy person, but I'm also really annoyed, so leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. He's like, I want to he went from trying to figure out his issue to like trying to hone it. Going like, yeah, no, fuck that.
He's like, we'll start with a reign of terror. That line is just so metal.
Yeah, he's
like, we'll begin with a reign of terror.
Dude, and you're a metalhead just like I am, and it's just like that's probably why I like this dude. I'm not okay. I'm gonna come out and say it now. The ratings that we're gonna give him, because I don't know how you're gonna feel, but I feel as though this might be my favorite villain we've covered.
He's up there.
He's really fucking good.
Yeah, I don't know. The only thing that might be a slight knock is it is the thing that's making him go crazy.
Yeah, but
it's not like he's on purposely doing
dude.
It's not like he would have done this originally. Put it like that.
Nah, he just turned himself invisible and just kind of was like, fuck.
The drugs were starting to create.
The drugs took hold.
Yeah, there you go.
The drugs took hold. Like it's. I understand that.
But yeah, an iconic performance, so iconic that Mark Hamill said this is what the Joker is inspired from. This performance.
I can fucking see it. I can fucking see it.
This is where he got his Joker from. He's like, oh, no, it's totally from Claude Rains being the Invisible Man.
I can fucking see it. Now, that fucking blows my mind. I definitely could see that shit, man, because, ooh-wee. Like, it's crazy because it's just like, man, there's nothing for that, dude.
Yeah.
So it's just like looking at it like, fuck, man, that's fucking... That's metal as fuck, and also I'm kind of blown away, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was on trivia. I was like, Mark Hamill credits Claude Rains' performance in this movie as his inspiration for the Joker.
That is very great, man. Holy shit. Yeah, I really dug this movie. I figured it's probably going, like I said, Wolfman and this one are like my favorites to watch, but I think this is probably going to be my all-time favorite Universal monster movie to watch. Like I can just throw this on in like background when I'm cleaning the house, but I'll crank it up because I gotta hear him fucking talk because his delivery is fucking outstanding. And
I need a room with a fire.
With a fire, I wish not to be disturbed.
Can I take your coat? No.
I wish not to be disturbed. Like he just, it's the greatest shit ever.
Yeah.
Well, I guess We want anything covered before we jump into this?
No, we can go ahead and go.
Word. I'm gonna do Tale of the Tape.
Tale of the Tape.
And considering that it is hard to find the Tale of the Tape is going to be obviously going with Villains Wiki that we're getting from. We actually have
Villains Wiki,
a sponsor.
Hey, boing, 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 boing.
Our friend of the show and longtime listener, Katrina.
Katrina!
There you go. Katrina Blast.
There you go.
Amen.
Can I put out an apology, y'all, last week's episode? I'm so mad.
Go ahead.
Because I fucking lost my voice halfway. Like, my throat just dried up.
Oh, man.
And I could hear it in the recording.
Ooh.
That's why I kind of stopped talking towards, like, the middle, towards the end.
A little bit of house cleaning right
That's
there.
What Shag's like, hey, say Katrina's voice. Shag, I literally
he's like, help me.
I'm fucking, yes, it was that me. That fucking Will Smith me. I was looking at you, Shag, like, help me, man.
Help me.
But yeah, but now I'm better now. So I'm just
I see.
Yeah.
Well, Katrina.
So that's why I kind of like half-assed that Katrina. You're like,
Yeah.
Shag. Jose was like, what's fucking wrong with you, Jose?
What's wrong with
Give
you?
it
Do
your
better.
all. I was like,
give it
my
your all.
voice is-
Help. I'm
Spitting
fucking
up blood.
exactly. I'm fucking dying, man. What are we doing?
Like, how bad does it look?
But Katrina has popped our sponsor cherry.
Yay! I love popping.
Please
cherry.
stop. Please stop.
They're delicious, man. They're fucking
Stop
on
it.
the bowl.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Can you tie the stem in a knot?
I can't confirm or deny that. I can no longer confirm or deny that. But a little bit of stuff about Katrina. She is a self-published black female author and spiritual entrepreneur with a small business based in Houston, Texas. Currently writing for LGBTQ-friendly science fiction stories and for black and or queer young adults and beyond. She's prompted end-time journals for mental wellness, available now, Zodiac-centric journals in production, and of course, they will be available for the holidays. You can follow Gems from a Gemini, all one word, spelled GEMSFROMAGEMINI on all social media platforms. For more updates and more, her first book, I fucking can't even do it. Please say that. I can't. My dyslexia.
You fucked it up for me
My
too.
bad.
Lycanbrarians, there you go.
Thank you. Will be available on digital insight, and her digital wellness journals all are available now on Amazon and Etsy, all under the name Gems from a Gemini. Paperback journals and more books are also now in production. Again, thank you for her sponsoring
Thank you very much.
These next couple episodes for the month of spooky season. What better way
Spooky
to bring it in by doing this. She graces us with her greatness.
That's right.
And to do this, and I'm honored to have that, and for her to even just give us a time of day, because we literally could be laughed out the building.
That is true.
She did that, and we thank her so much. But I think she gets more out of it popping our cherry for sponsorship, because we've been looking for a sponsor for a long time, and we finally got one.
Yay! One and only, baby.
One.
Everyone else throw us out the fucking room.
Yep. Get your dumbasses out of here.
Exactly. But thank you very much, Katrina. That's amazing, and we love you.
All right, let's get back to the Villains Wiki page.
Let's get back to the villains.
The Invisible Man 1933 is the full name of the villain. He is just not known as the Invisible Man. He is Dr. John Griffin.
Griffin!
A.K.A. Jack Griffin, or Dr. Griffin.
Griffin!
Of course, his origin is in the 1933 Invisible Man. His occupation is a scientist and a criminal.
Criminal.
Powers and skills are invincibility, enhanced strength, genius-level intellect, and stealth skills. Part of me wonder if that stealth skills is literally because he's
invisible, like
nude.
Yeah, like I could be stealthy as fuck too if you just couldn't fucking see me.
That you're kind of big motherfucker to not see though.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're talking about invisible.
I'm talking about visibility. Fuck. Let me turn invisible.
Motherfucker, dog. Hold on. If you were to be able to turn invisible and you were like your same size you are now, I literally would think you would hit someone just lumber into them by accident trying to sneak around.
Like Shaq.
You don't look as the graceful type, is what I'm getting at.
I can be graceful.
Can you?
Yeah. We had this conversation when I was getting my haircut. The other day we were talking about because we were big. I was like, hey, I was fat as fuck. I could still run fast as shit. Not no more. God,
like,
no,
nope.
not no more.
He's like,
when I was young,
my knee would implode.
I would buckle immediately. Just fucking be like, ah.
Fucking be dead, like fucking sitting there dead. All right, let's go on. His hobbies include conducting experiments, killing people,
Hey.
and terrorizing innocent people.
We'll begin with the Reign of Terror.
That still is a middle fucking line,
You
man.
might need to do that as a bump. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
But
we'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
We'll figure it out. His crimes. Mass murder, assault, vandalism, theft, burglary, conspiracy, stalking, and attempted hegemony. Hegemony?
I'm over here. I got to do it now.
Yeah, hold on. You want me to spell it for you?
Yes.
Whenever you're ready.
Go for it, bro.
Hegemon.
There we go. Number 1. Leadership or dominance, especially by one country or social group or others. He wants to be a tyrant.
Yeah, okay.
He wants to rule the world.
Attempted
Because he said that
tyrant.
shit.
He did, but why did they just not put tyrant?
I'm fucking...
Fucking schoolyard scholars. The type of villain he is, Jose, is a mutated scientist.
Not mad scientist?
See, it should be mad scientist.
Yeah,
but I understand the mutation, but I'm like, when I think
it on himself.
Yeah, when I think mutation, though, I think fucking the Brindlefly, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think
That
of.
or fucking William Birkin from Resident Evil.
Yeah, that is some shit that I think of. But, like, I get it, right? I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I can't even be mad at it, right?
Right.
Jose hit these lovely people with the synopsis.
Synopsis for The Invisible Man. 1933. And here we go. A scientist finds a way of becoming invisible, but in doing so, he becomes murderously insane. There you go.
That's crazy.
Literally
Dog, no. The one from fucking Google actually might have hit harder.
Oh shit.
I'm not stealing your hype, but let me read off what they
Go
got.
for it, yeah.
While researching a new drug, Dr. Jack Griffin, played by Claude Rains, stumbles upon a potion that can make him invisible. When he reveals his new ability to his old mentor, played by Henry Travers, and his fiancée, Gloria Stewart, played by Gloria Stewart, it's clear that a side effect of the potion is insanity. Jack goes on a violent rampage, and the police struggle to hunt him down, unable to see their target, while his mentor and former partner, played by William Harrigan, desperately try to devise a plan to capture him.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that one just kind of hit harder, I guess.
Yeah.
And also,
Mine was just to the point.
Yeah. Also, this one kind of just gave us that like, yo, that potion's turning him fucking crazy. So
yeah.
And The Invisible Man started in 1933. November 1933 is when that movie came out. Director was James Whale. The budget of this movie was $328,033. I do not know what the box office would be. Box office numbers. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to play bop or flop.
Yay!
But oh, we can. Lucky you,
Oh,
Jose.
too late. I saw the gross worldwide.
You Google. This is the first time you fucking Googled it.
No, it comes on IMDb. I just never scroll down far enough because I don't want to ruin the integrity of the game, Shag.
And yet you just did.
Yeah, because you said you couldn't find it. I'm like,
I couldn't find it, but I also wasn't really looking for it. Like
Okay.
the typical place I would have the budget didn't populate on it, so I had to go do some scrounging.
Oh, okay.
But now you got it. You want to tell the lovely people what this movie made, or you want to try to attempt to play this game?
No, fuck this game. Wait, so tell me the budget.
The budget was $328,000.
Okay. Damn, that seems like a lot.
Back then, yes.
Back then, right.
Back then, yes. And with the fucking technical marvels that this movie pulled, yeah, I can believe it.
Right.
Right? This would be fucking witchcraft.
No, yeah, 100%.
But the movie ended up making a worldwide box office of like $130 million.
$130 million?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's like global. That's like global box office.
Oh wow. Because here it only says 27,000.
27,000. See, I got this. That's a theatrical performance.
Okay. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm assuming this movie has made $1 bajillion by now.
Yeah.
From 1933 till now.
Yeah. Is it $130? No fucking way. Well, okay. Wait. Hold on. That might be right. Hold on. I got to look at the details because this is fucking me up. Okay, we're going to skip that since it's fucking been ruined and Jose hasn't seen it, so it's whatever. So numbers up in the air, so none of that. But
the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you, Shag.
Fuck you, man. You're not trying to beat me at Sacrifice.
That's hilarious. Oh, shit.
Invisible Man starring
Claude Rains.
Claude Rains as the titular villain in this movie.
Not his cousin, Claude Balls. He was in a Tiger movie.
Gloria Stewart. Gloria Stewart plays Flora Cranley, which Flora is a character that's the innkeeper of the movie, who also shows up in Titanic.
That's not the innkeeper.
Who was it?
The innkeeper is just some actress. The fiance is the old lady from Titanic.
Fuck. Wait, hold on. So wait. Oh no, I read the internet wrong. Fuck, I am off to a bad start.
Look at this asshole over here.
Sober
guys.
me is fucking terrible.
Right?
Gloria
That's what we get for
Stewart.
not drinking.
Yeah, Gloria Stewart is Flora Cranley, who is the fiance.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I fucked up.
Yeah, that's the old lady from Titanic, guys.
Yeah.
Old Rose.
Yep. It's been 84
It's been 84 years.
Ted J. Kent.
I've been sober.
Ted J. Kent is uncredited. William Harrigan is Dr. Arthur Kemp. Una O'Connor is Jenny Hall. Henry Travers plays Dr. Cranley. E. Clive is Constable Jaffrey. Harry Stubbs is Inspector Bird. And Boyd. Let's see. And that's pretty much it when it comes to people. Like, when it comes to people in this. But
so apparently, quick trivia: the innkeeper was the lady.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, she was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, she was comedy.
Yeah, because the director said he had like trouble keeping a straight face whenever she was just on because he was just
dog. Yeah, fucking look at like her facial expressions and everything was just
great.
like was the greatest shit ever. He's like, bro, cut. I can only imagine him saying cut, and they're fucking crying, laughing.
Yeah.
Like 1930s crying, laughing. So everything was like, ah, ha, ha, ha. Like, women can work in this market. Look at her. She's funny. I don't know, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize.
Yeah.
All right, brother. How you think we're going to? You want to give this? You want to give us a rundown, play by play, or you
probably run them play by play because it's like an hour long.
Yeah. So the beautiful thing about these movies is these movies are not long. Which, by the way, you can watch these movies streaming. Any of the Universal Monster movies that we're going to cover are streaming on Peacock.
Yeah, they got their own section.
They got their own section. You can watch all of them, and they're in
most of them. I think are.
Well, the four we're gonna cover are on.
Yeah.
There.
Okay. There you go.
So the four we're gonna cover are on there. So we're good. You can watch them all there in glorious high definition. Yeah. I'm not gonna say 4K because I don't know what Peacock.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know I have mine in like 4K, so it's all good. But I digress. So, I mean, we can give our play-by-play with this movie because it's a quick rundown. It's like your typical stuff. Like, when I saw this, I definitely forgot about the center part.
Yeah.
But, but then I watching this again with you, I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot about this, and it's still dope. So, the movie starts where it's a tavern.
On a dark, stormy, snowy night.
Yeah, it's like, it's a tavern, and the Invisible Man.
You just see a man in a trench coat
And with like shades and stuff, and like with his face wrapped, but it's like just having that, and he asks for a room.
Yeah, he just pulls up on a bar,
a
tavern technically.
It's a tavern, and they like it's funny because everybody's having fun, and then he opens the door and the jazz music stops. You just like,
everyone immediately looks at this.
Turns
dude.
around, and he's like he commands walking into the room. He's like, I demand a room. And they're kind of like, sure, whatever. And they kind of just
like, well, we don't really got one really because most people come in the summer.
They just, and she's like, fuck it, all right, we'll give you a room.
Yeah.
And he takes the room.
I need a room with a fire.
Not to be disturbed.
Yeah.
And now I think about it, he asked for room for a fire because this motherfucker's not gonna be wearing clothes.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna be cold, and I don't need that.
Yeah, that comes up later on in the movie.
I'm like, this motherfucker is just asshole naked.
Yeah.
For 80% of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. But like the way he entered the room, the way he enters that scene, the way he enters the movie, and just how he acts is probably still fucking intimidating for a man that can't be seen, right? But he's got his bandages and stuff. It's just super intimidating, and he just walks in. He's like, kind of like one of those like, he's the killer type of deals.
Yeah.
Right? But he just pretty much specifies as, I just want a room. I do not want to be disturbed. And they're kind of like, okay. And the lady is going to be like, I would like a fresh meal.
Yeah, she's like, oh, right away.
Right away. And I'm like, yo, that's kind of rude.
That's when she's like, can I take your coat? No. She was just like, huh?
She's like, oh, and get that fucking face?
Yeah.
Like, I always thought this fucking was kind of cool to me just because of how it started. Because it sets the groundwork, right? He wants to be a private man. He doesn't want to be disturbed. And he hasn't gone crazy yet. He's literally just trying to find a way to fix his issue. And he can't fix his issue because he's on the run. He's hiding from people.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything fucked up yet, but he's like, I just need a place to where I can do my work undisturbed. Right? And, that sets up that. He's in his room trying to do that. And then when she brings him some food, she leaves. But then she comes back. She opens the door without knocking. I mean, I get it's your place, but that's rude as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, no knocks.
Yeah, come on, man.
She just opens that bitch, right? I was like, motherfucker could have been sticking his dick in a sandwich. I mean...
You wouldn't be able to see it.
Exactly. You wouldn't be able to see it. You'd just be a floating sandwich.
I'd probably do that. Rub some mustard or mayonnaise on my dick. Be like, look, I got to see it, man. I haven't seen it in so long. Hello.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, Jose, there's lotion. Did they have lotion in the 30s? I'm assuming.
I'm pretty sure they did.
I guess I could have used lotion.
But why?
Then. I guess I could have used lotion. My bad, y'all.
But why, bruh? Why would you say this? I don't think I'll be able to mentally recover from this. That image is burned into my retinas. Because Megan's so bad, she comes back in the room with a jar of mustard.
Yeah, that's why I said mustard.
And with the jar of mustard to give to him, Dr. Jack Griffin.
Yeah.
And she freaks out
because like half of his jaw is gone, but she doesn't notice.
No, she just sees the bandages.
Yeah, I guess he unraveled. He unraveled so he can eat.
Yeah, he unraveled his mouth so he can eat. But like she was like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "I told you don't ever disturb me." Like, I forgot the mustard. And it's just like, and he fucking shoos her away.
Yeah,
and she's like terrified.
That's when she comes back. I'm like, hell yeah, man, that dude's all bandaged up. It's really weird.
It's really weird, and they're kind of getting suspicious.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I bet you he's a criminal on the run.
On the run, and he's like, yeah, we should go. Let's go barge in. And it's like, nah, it's just like, and I guess a couple days go by, or however long. And
about a week, I think, actually.
Yeah, something like a week or something. And they come back up, and she doesn't like. I forgot what it was. A conflict that happened because she said she doesn't like him.
Well, yeah, because she tried to come give him tea, I assume.
Yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, no. She's again knocks on the door, and she knocks on the door to come give. He's like, no, go away, and she's like.
But I just got your tea, and she like tries to go in there.
She tries to walk in there. She's like, Zed, I'm busy. What are you doing? Like,
do not disturb me, and like slams
the door, and then just like, and she's like, and she starts screaming down. She didn't get hit. The door just got slammed in her face, and she just runs down.
Not even in her face. The door got slammed on her tray, and she just spilled all like the drink.
And she just started screaming.
Yeah,
like she got shot. Like just be like, bro, what? She's running down the stairs to go tell her husband.
Like, you got to go kick him out right now. Because this is why I said it's been a week. Because, like, he hasn't paid us all week.
Yeah. And it was like, he's been here and hasn't paid us a dime. And you said that, and he's like, oh, all right.
I guess I'll go kick him out.
All right, well, I go guess then. Yeah, he fucking walks upstairs, and he knocks.
Yeah. I think she just barges in.
Because she's being nosy as fuck.
Yeah, that's true.
She's being nosy as fuck. And I'm like, whatever happens to you. I mean, I get that he's paying, supposed to be paying, and he's not paying, and you have every right because this is your establishment.
Yeah.
But, like, buddy asked for, like, privacy, and you're not giving him an inkling of that, right? So, fucking walks in, and, Like, fucking just, like, Buddy just walks in after knocking like a gentleman.
Yeah.
And says, hey, man,
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
He's like, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. It was like, I told you I have the money.
He's like, it's coming toward me. He's like, I just need more time. He's like, no, my wife says you got to go. I got to go. So sorry, bud.
Sorry, bud. It's going to be better. It's like, either you go or I go. And it's like, and it's got to be you, brother. And it's like, and he's like, he's like, but I told you I have the money. He's like, yeah, you said that last week.
Yeah.
And we still
haven't seen a cent.
We haven't seen 1 cent. So
he gets he's like, I'll help move your stuff. And he grabs like his journals and shit. And that sets him off.
Yeah, and he's fucking freak. That's when you start to slowly see the anger that is inflicted in that insanity, because he's like, and
the mob psycho meter starts going.
The mob psycho meter.
Like,
every nerd that listens to this got that reference, and the people who are not as nerdy as us did not.
They're like, what?
Mob Psycho is an anime for those who don't know about a child who gets angry,
who gets mind bullets.
Yes, that's pretty much
telekinesis. Shag, how about the power to move you? He wants to do the guitar part so bad. I see it in his face.
It's taking me everything not to sing the song.
Yeah.
Because we have a show to do.
That's right. We're professionals. Shag is. I'm not.
I'm very much far from professional. I'm just trying not to be a clown right now. Anyway. Fuck. Okay, anyway. And I think during this time, he has the fucking potion. He's like, not what? He holds it up. And I don't know.
No. He beats the shit out that dude first.
Yeah, he does. He
pushes him down the stairs.
Pushes him down the stairs. Actually, no. I think I got my scenes confused.
Yeah, because that comes later.
Because he's like, no. Because I think it came earlier when he kind of shoot her away. He's like, not one damn.
Oh yeah, because that's right. He shoot her away, and he's working on the antidote or the counter. Whatever.
Just the antidote.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I'm always disturbed. I have no peace. And he's like, this isn't working, and he just throws that shit against the wall.
Yeah, he just throws it against the wall, and it's, you know what that scene reminded me of? Fucking Ace Ventura, when he's like, not one damn clue. I don't know why. It just kind of, just the way he held it and just had his fucking commanded delivery of it. Because you can kind of, like I said, he's starting to descend into that madness.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, he pushes Buddy, after the confrontation, he puts Buddy down the stairs, and they go get the cops.
So like, let's get the police.
And the cops are like, with the greatest fucking opening, for police ever. Well, what's all this?
What's all this?
They hit us with the what's all this then? And just like, this is the greatest shit ever.
The most stereotypical London cop from like the 30s you could find.
Yes, just so what's all this then? And it's like pops up.
They're like, there's a man upstairs. He's bandaged and he hurt my husband and he's just weird. Go get him.
Man, it's just he says, hey, that, and he's like, we're the police. You performed assault.
I'm taking you in to the station.
And because he pushed Buddy down the stairs, and they're kind of reporting as assault. That's assault, bud.
Yeah,
we get to take you down. And he's like, and I can't stop saying this. Is this out? Am I? And
pretty much, goddamn.
He didn't say it directly, but it's kind of like he's like, okay. They're kind of like that conflict, and he's like, oh, and they kind of bum rush his room, and they see
just laboratory shit everywhere,
lab shit, and like him in a shirt.
Yeah.
Or no, not a shirt, in a coat, and his sunglasses. It's like, and he goes off into a monologue saying, "So you're gonna kick me out? You won't."
It's like, "Oh, you brought this on yourselves, then."
He's like, "What I'm about to show you is just." He goes off into a monologue of like just villainy.
Yeah.
And it's like he waxes poetic to him as he begins to take.
First, he takes off his nose, like here,
and he's like, they're kind of like, oh, what?
What the fuck? Yeah.
They're kind of, they look back, and it's kind of like, yes. You brought this on yourselves. And he just starts fucking unbandaging, and you see, like, the hair.
Yeah.
Like, that's on his head that's bandaged. Which I thought that was a really cool move that they put, like, that's his actual hair, and then, like, they had the toupee on, but it was kind of like he was bandaged up with his hair kind of sticking out.
Yeah.
But then he kind of undoes his bandages, takes off his sunglasses. You see, like, eye holes. Yeah. Takes off his bandages and his, like, hair, and he takes off the toupee and just kind of throws it at him. And
they're just like, huh?
They're like, what? They're like laughing maniacally.
Yeah.
And then he explains that, like, I am completely invisible. You will never be able to catch me.
It's like, yeah, all it takes is this little potion. Take like 10 times a day or some shit, he said.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're become invisible.
Like,
he's like, I just can't do it back. And that's what I'm trying to do. But you keep disturbing me.
Yep.
And just like,
and he fucking, that's when he goes on a rampage because the people he attacks, the cops and I think the one of the, not the owner, who, by the way, she fucking, like, the innkeeper fucking just is yelling hysterically because her husband is, like, bandaged and he's, like, bleeding and shit.
Yeah.
But he's, like, he's okay. But she's, like, oh, like, screaming and shit, like, oh, my God, my baby. And he's like, motherfucker, I'm fine. Like,
it's like, I'm fine. You're making things worse.
yeah, it's like, I'm like, buddy, you got to deal with that. That is all you, right? And fuck around and, like, you see that they started a fucking Scooby-Doo chase in the room.
Well, don't he leave for a minute and then come back like, guys, he's invisible. What do we do? Or something?
No, because he has his jacket on and kind of waving around. That's when he's fucking with him. Okay. That's when he's fucking with him, and they do a little Scooby-Doo chase, and then he kind of like
he fully takes off his shirt.
Yeah, and he's like, he takes off his shirt and then kind of beats up everyone in the room.
Chokes out the cops.
Chokes that man. Just fucking like, I oughta. It's like, he's like, why I oughta, and he just starts choking the cop out, and then he's fucking. This is not what they're saying, by the way. Yeah. Fucking Scooby, like, just fucking running around, and he runs out of the room. And
starts fucking with everything.
Pulling down and everything, and just
slapping beer mugs out of people's
his hand, and just kind of slapping shit on the floor. And he's kind of proving that he's invisible, kind of fucking shit up.
Goes outside.
For people who are wondering how they did that, because they were like, it's 1930. How were they pulling this shit off without doing that? So what they did was, he's actually there, but what they did was they bandaged everything up. But what they also did was they took black velvet and wrapped it around any part showing skin, and they filmed it on a black velvet type of background. Yeah. And then they spliced that in, which made him like he was there, but it made it look like he wasn't there. Right. Which again, that's in the early 1930s, right? Yeah. No CGI and shit for any of that. Right. And it's still, and then watching it today, it's rough in some parts, but it's the 1930s, so it's kind of like,
yo, that's pretty neat.
This is impressive.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of forgive how rough it is for how impressive it is at the time. That shit was 80 fucking years ago, bro. Yeah. Like, fuck, man, that blew my mind. I'm like, how did you have the technology to do this? The wherewithal. Right. But anyway, yeah, and he fucking goes on a rampage. Knocking shit over.
Stealing some dude's bike.
Takes like, I need this. And he fucking just takes the bike.
He literally goes like down the block. He's like, oh, fine, have your bike back. And he just throws it at the motherfucker.
Throws it at the fucking group of people chasing him and trying to wonder what's going on.
Not over a baby.
Yes. Yeah. A fucking mother and their child in a stroller. The mom's pushing the stroller. This motherfucker said, yo, fuck them kids. And just push that shit on the ground. It's just, oh my God. I'm like, why would you do that to the baby, bro?
Old man's hat in the river. Just that's
the fuck. He's doing some like, it's basic level, like, it's like some Ricky Spanish type fucking like basic level fucking thuggery, just like fucking shit up because you can't fucking stop me. I'm the invisible man, just knocking shit over and shit. And then, he just kind of disappears. Yeah. And that's when we get introduced to his fiance and her dad and kind of tell him everything.
Well, we kind of introduced to them earlier, but it wasn't that big a scene.
Nah, because that's when we were introduced to them, and then like the partner, which was I forgot his name.
Kemp.
The partner gets introduced, and he's that and he's trying to
him and the doctor, who I guess his fiance's dad.
Yeah, his fiance's father is a partner, is a doctor who works along with him, but Kemp also works alongside them too.
Here was a throwaway line because he found, I guess, the list of how to do the invisible potion. He's like, oh no, the last ingredient is monocaine. Yeah. The dude's like, what's monocaine?
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah. He's like, it was a drug that's designed to take color out of fabric. It was experimented on a dog. And the dog turned solid white, but went mad. So that's our hint that he's like, I hope he's not experimenting with this.
Because that will turn him crazy.
Because that's kind of the throwaway, not the throwaway line, but okay, this shit made him crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the crazy shit was like, so we get introduced to those characters, and but Kemp was also dirty macking.
Oh yeah, he was trying to. He's like, hey man, your husband gone. You might as well,
I mean, I'm right here though.
I'm right here, babe.
I'm right here. Your husband's gone, and he's a hack. And she's like, but he'd never leave me without telling me where he's going. He always wanted to share his experiments with me. And he's like, baby, he did.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
But I'm here with
Exactly. And she's like, no.
I would never leave you like that.
And he's like, no. And she fucking she bats him away. And
he's like, well, hell. And
he's like, all right. And he leaves. Mm-hmm. And that is when he gets back to the house, the Invisible Man is Dr. Griffin is sitting there. Is like, well, hello, Kemp. In his home.
Yeah.
He's like in his home, and he's like invisible. And he's like, what the fuck was that? He's like at his eye, Jack Griffin. Just sitting there. He's like sitting there. He's like, but how? He's like, well, I am invisible. And then they kind of go in, but he kind of, again, waxes fucking poetic.
He just starts bossing this boy dude around. He's like, hey,
and he's like,
go fetch me some bandages and a dark pair of sunglasses or something. Goggles, I think he's like.
Yeah, he's like, fetch me some sunglasses and some bandages.
He's like, and I need some clothes, some pajamas or something.
Yeah, he's just like, I need those. Like, and he's like demanding. He's like, I need clothes.
Yeah.
Bandages. Or I will kill you. And it was kind of like, but we're not doing it justice. But like this is the part of this podcast where we're telling you guys to watch this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Because like I'm gushing about this villain. He's very fucking good, like really good. Only because of the line delivery, from
Claude Rains.
Yeah, from Claude. It's fucking great. And he's telling Kemp. So Jack is telling Kemp, saying, we're going to be partners. I can't walk around like this, and people are looking for me.
Yeah, he's basically like, you're the visible version. You're the visible half of our partnership.
Yes. And he's like, you're the visible half. Or it's like, and you will help me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I will go invisible, and I will kill you.
Yeah. And he's like, well, shit.
And he has no choice.
This is when he tells his evil plan, like we've been talking about.
And gives your favorite fucking line of the movie.
It really is, dude. He's like, he just like calmly and just so adequately. He's like, we'll begin with a reign of terror, a few murders here and there. It's like we'll kill important people and not important people. The show we do not differentiate.
Notice he was saying we, and it was mostly going to be him.
Yeah, it was mostly going to be him, but I guess, just let him know.
He's like, yeah, like, motherfucker, you were stuck with me.
He's like, I can't kill people. Oh, I can, and I will kill you.
Yeah, I will kill you if you go go tell anyone about this.
If you tell anyone to go to the police or anything.
Yes. And it's so baller in the fucking delivery and the way that the scene was shot, because he's sitting there like cross-legged on the couch, not the couch, but the chair, and he's looking at him with the sunglasses like, we will begin with a reign of terror.
Yeah.
Rape and pillage. And I'm like, wow, man, what? And this is like,
okay,
again.
He said that earlier.
He did.
Because he's all like, oh, with this ability, they were grovel at my feet. It's like, I will rob, rape, and kill anyone. So here's the thing I saw in trivia. It's like a dispute.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently he doesn't say rape. He says wreck. But the subtitles say rape.
Yeah.
But it sounds like he said rape.
It definitely sounds like he said rape.
So I don't know. But that's apparently a big thing. Because
I can understand it.
Yeah.
And you know what fucked me up? Mm-hmm. Hollow Man.
Yeah. No, because, that made more,
The Hollow Man.
Absolutely, because when he said that line, I'm like, no, yes, the invisible person 100% will do that.
Yeah, like, because
we've seen it.
Yeah, we've literally seen it, and you can't fucking stop them.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because you don't know where they're at, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's insanity. It's gross. And sorry if we triggered anyone.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, we should have did the warning.
That we should. That's on us.
Yeah.
But like it's something. Of course. But anyway, he gets there and he tells him his plans, and then
he's like, I need you to drive me back to the tavern.
Yeah.
To get my notes.
So he can get his notes, which surprisingly, I don't know why the cops did not take, but okay.
Right. We figured that out in a minute.
Yeah.
But he's like, and I'll bring a big coat or a big carpet in the trunk. He's like, I will be freezing on the way up there, or something, because he's basically naked.
Naked.
Yeah.
In the nude.
In the nude.
Committing your crimes in the buff.
There you go.
He's buff man.
Oh shit. Well, if you get back to the tavern, like I said, here's why the police chief shows up.
Mm.
And he's like, so y'all all saying you're an invisible man. You're all crazy. This is just one big hoax. I ought to put you all in jail.
Yeah, he's like, no, I don't believe any of this bullshit you're telling me.
Because he's like, everyone's like, no, man, he stole our bike. And he took off with it. And he threw stuff at us.
Yeah.
That's when
He
he's
pushed my child on the
he's
ground.
like, y'all are full of shit, basically.
It's like, yo, fuck you.
It's like, y'all are just trying to pull one big-ass prank. How dare y'all?
This is a
And
bunch of
this whole
bullshit.
time, he kind of just sneaks in and goes upstairs, chunks his books out of the window so old boy can catch him.
Mm-hmm.
And then before he leaves, he comes out and just starts fucking shit up again.
Yeah, he just started
Like he throws the ink because that dude was gonna sign like something. Like,
yeah, because dude was about to put his fucking pen in the ink, and he moves the ink.
yeah.
And then he's like, what the fuck? And he goes to
just
put his pen in there, and then he takes it, and it's picked up, and he just splashes in his fucking face.
And he starts throwing bottles. Hit the fucking old lady hops on the
Yeah.
table like
Hops
there's
on
a
like,
rat.
She like just screaming, and I'm like, bro, I can see why old boy was like, she's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Because she just doing shit to just be doing shit, bro.
But then she gets hit with a glass for her troubles. He just
Like, bap. He's like, shut the fuck up. Like, a part of me is like, how much you've been wanting to do that?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like, how long you been waiting to do that shit, bro? Because he's just like, smack her at like, bap, bing, and she's fucking out.
sit your ass down. Goddamn.
Exactly. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
It's just smack. Just like, she just.
And then fucking, everyone takes off because they're like, fuck, he's back. And they just run away.
Run away.
But the police chief's just on the ground, like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
he gets choked out.
Yeah, he gets choked out.
And then before he leaves, he fucking smashes his head with like a fucking bar table.
Yep. Like,
essentially.
bitch.
Which looks like it really hit him in the face. So I'm like, goddamn.
Yeah, it was fucking.
I hope it wasn't heavy. I hope it was like a little prop. That shit
Man,
looked like it
that
smashed
shit looked like that shit hurt.
Yeah, like, fuck.
Like, goddamn, dude. Like, fuck. I know you're crazy, but you ain't got to beat their ass, bro.
And then he gets in the car and he just explains, he's like, I choked out the police chief and smashed his head with a table.
I smashed. No, he's like, I smashed his head with the table. Like, the deliver. That's what makes this dude so cool to me because, like, the fucking line delivery. You believe he's fucking insane, and the line delivery is like, yo, it's a threatening ass dude.
Yeah.
Super fucking threatening. Like, but yeah, and then I think what else happens in between this, man? I think he goes, because he heads back to the car, but we don't see him get in the car, right?
Yeah.
What was, I'm trying to remember the shit. Damn, I might need your help, Jose, because I'm trying to remember that shit, man.
Well, after this, doesn't Kemp kind of like, man, this shit's getting out of control?
Yeah, Kemp's kind of like watching.
Well, that's when he tries to call the police.
No,
well, he calls the fiance first.
Yeah, he calls the fiance, and then but he can't tell. He's not saying anything to anybody.
Yeah.
So he's like, and I guess they drive off because he doesn't call the cops yet.
Yeah.
He don't call the cops yet until like fucking down, like until they're back at the house.
Yeah.
Right, and it's nightfall, and I guess let's just say he calls the fiance and her father and say, "Yo, I have him here."
Yeah.
And
because the father's like, "Oh, we can't tell no one that he's the Invisible Man.
No,
it's got to stay between us," or some shit like that.
Yeah, because he's like, "No, I don't want." Because it's a part of that. It's like a part of me is like the reason why he doesn't want to tell anybody because like obviously he's protecting him.
Yeah.
And it's not his fault he's going crazy, but also his name's attached to this.
Yeah, probably.
So you don't want to fucking say anything because it's like, bro, I'm not trying to go to jail. Everybody, shut the fuck up about this.
Yeah, no, everyone, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, and he's so like, okay, and he's they kind of get into I can't fucking remember what part happens.
Well, the fiance shows up, no?
Yeah, the fiance shows up.
And I think that's when he calls the cops when he's with her.
No, he calls the cops when he's asleep.
Oh, okay.
He calls the cops when he's asleep.
I know he kind of pulls up on him like, you're not talking to anyone, are you?
No, because he gets up. Because he gets up and he calls the cops when he calls the cops when he's asleep. He calls the cops when he's awake. You see him going to you see him like in his pajamas going to sleep, and that's when Kemp takes the time to call the cops like I have the Invisible Man here, and he's talking, and Jack gets up and says, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What are you doing there, Kemp, in your office?" And he's like, "Nothing. You weren't talking to the police, are you?" And just like something like that. And then I think the cops come.
Well, he meets with his fiance first because the cops come during that.
Yeah, his fiance comes up and he's like, "Okay, cool." And then he's telling his fiance of like what his plans are going to be. He's like, he says he's doing it, and it's funny because he's like he's not a bad person,
right?
Or he wasn't a bad person up until he took the potion.
Yeah.
As the potion is the one that fucked him up. Because he was telling him, like, yo, I did this for us because I wanted you to have, like, a famous a famous scientist's husband, so we can live the life we want to live for us. And because with this potion, if I can like get it, he's pretty much saying he can mass produce it. I can like people will want to buy it, hundreds, millions, like hundreds, thousands, millions, like just kind of sell it off. And she was ride or die the whole time.
Yeah.
But she just wanted her fiance, and he's like, I'll be back. But then, like I said, like then the cops show up, and then all I know is I remember because Jack goes up to Kemp and says, I will kill you. He's like, I will kill you at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
It gives this motherfucker a time.
He's like, tomorrow at 10 o'clock, you will die.
You will die. And he's like, I will get you, Kemp, no matter what.
And this is when he starts his reign of terror?
Yeah.
Like, he's fucking... Like, he kills, like, a train conductor.
No. He throws those motherfuckers off the cliff first. It's daytime.
Oh, yeah, because everyone's like, oh, we got to search for the Invisible Man.
No. Oh, fuck. We're forgetting the part where he's leaving the house from the cops. And the cops kind of trying to surround him. Because at first you got some people that don't believe, but they're trying to surround him. He's like, oh, no, he's invisible. And then, like, he grabs one of the dudes.
Yeah.
And then, like, takes off his pants.
Yeah, because everyone lock arms, so he can't, like, squeeze between us.
So he can't squeeze between us. But then he sneaks up behind one dude, hangs him up in the air, takes his pants and throws him takes the pants off, throws the dude back at the fucking cops.
Yeah.
And then, like, that's when he runs off in his terror because now he's running down the street.
With a pair of pants, yeah.
With a pair of pants. Chasing a woman is running, and he's fucking skipping. Saying like, "This is we picking for nuts in May, nuts in May."
Just singing like,
and it's just pants.
And
just
she's just
dancing.
horrified.
I'm like, this man is singing nursery rhymes while going to go murder.
Right.
Like this man is completely off his goddamn rocker. But I'm like, that's fucking terrifying. You see a pair of pants, bouncing towards you, and you
just hear a song being sung. Like fuck this.
Like nope, absolutely not.
Right.
Nope. Shit everywhere. Just like no, absolutely not. I'm not having it. But that's when that's when we get the scene where there are like workers or people like or scouters or somebody like that looking for him. I think they're working in the fields and stuff, and they're looking for him. And he throws one dude off a cliff, and Buddy goes rolling down that bitch, and he's dead. And then the other guy's like, "What the fuck just happened?" And he just tosses that motherfucker off the cliff, killing him. And it's just like what? And it was a bunch of other workers.
Like, get back, the Invisible Man's here. Like,
get back, the Invisible Man's here. He's here, and you can't see him. He's already fucking gone.
Yeah.
And then that's when he gets to the train. It's kind of like you just see his fucking chaos go because he's just that fucking maniacal fucking laugh. Yeah. Like we forgot to mention that earlier. Like he's waving his hands in the air, and that's like I think that's peak insane. That's when the insanity fucking struck when he fucking laughed like or something like that, and he fucking like. But he gets to that train station. He knocks a fucking conductor out, and literally just takes the train thing and switches the tracks, and the fucking train goes fucking splat
right off a cliff, like pew,
killing 100 people.
Yeah,
100 people even. You're just like, yo, this man, he killing.
Yeah,
and this is like, yo, what?
He has started his reign of terror, and he's fucking shit up,
bro. Insanity, right? Like, just like, what the fuck are we doing? Man. But, oh my God, dude, so crazy, man, right?
Yeah.
So the cops are kind of like, well, we gotta, they put out a warning saying that there's an invisible man on the loose. And it is about as silly as it sounds.
Yeah.
People aren't, because it's kind of like, how do you take this serious, right?
Like, imagine getting a fucking, like, today, an Amber Alert or some type of shit, like, hey, warning, there's an invisible man in your area. He could probably kill you.
Yeah.
It'd be like, what?
I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'll fuck his ass up. And then, but crazy because then you get him and he fucks you up. And then now you're looking like a fucking big dope. So it's kind of like, one of those things where it's just, it's kind of like, oh, do we believe this? And then, but it also produces mass hysteria.
Yeah.
Which is what they don't want, but they end up having to do it. Kim, I guess this is kind of where we're wrapping up the movie. I mean, we're probably...
because the doctor, the father of the fiance, is finally like, oh, we got to tell him that's Jack Griffin.
Yep. We got to fucking tell him.
That way they at least know who they're looking for.
Yep.
Even though you can't see him.
You can't see him, but you'll know who you're looking for. That's the dude.
And like they come up with this weird like plan to protect Kemp.
Yeah, like something to protect Kemp. And Kemp, crazy ass, is like, I gotta skip town.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, we'll hide you. We'll make you look like you're a cop. That way we can kind of drive you out of town.
Yep.
And then you can kind of get away from your own.
Yep.
On your own from there.
And he almost got away with it too, if it wasn't for those meddling doctors.
Right.
Right. And the doctor, and he's like, Kim's like, I'm gonna make it.
Because he hears the bell toll for like 10 o'clock.
He's like, it's 10 o'clock. I think I'm gonna make it.
He's like, ha. He's like, I've done it.
I made it. No, you have not. And it's just the Invisible Man's in the fucking car, been in the car the whole fucking time.
And he's like, I told you I would kill you at 10. He's like, I'm here. I've never missed an appointment.
And I'm just sitting here going like, this is the fucking most gangster shit. He's like, Kim's like, what? Kim can't see him. And he's like, that was the most gangster shit. He's like, I told you. And then the Invisible Man takes Kim, knocks his ass out of the car, ties him up, and puts him back in the car. Because actually, no, I take that back. He tells Kemp to drive to a location. Yeah. He drives to a location, knocks Kemp out, ties him up, and puts him back in the car. And he tells Kemp straight up, like you would tell your ops. He's like, I always thought you were a pitiful coward, but now you are fucking. What did he say?
He's like, but now I know that you are truly a pitiful rat.
You're a rat.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. He's like, I know you're a rat. It's like, goodbye, Kemp.
Goodbye, Kemp.
And then fucking puts his car back in drive, and gets out of the car, and fucking Kemp in the car tied up goes off a fucking cliff.
Yep.
Explodes. I'm like, baller as fuck, right? Gee, like, come on, bro. Holy shit. And Kemp is dead. So he's taking out his fucking ops every chance he got.
100%.
And I think the crazier he got, the fucking crazier the kill was.
Yeah.
So after that, the police are kind of coming up with like how we're gonna do this, and they come up with a plan. And then,
some farm. I guess he goes to sleep
in a farm
with some hay. He's like, oh, this hay feels good.
Yeah, and he fucking sleeps on the hay. The farmer who's on the farm comes in the hay barn, but he starts hearing snoring.
He hears the snoring, yeah.
And he looks over. He's like, "What the fuck?" And he sees like the hay, and he's like, the hay starts moving, and he kind of takes the hay and kind of moving around. He's like, "Oh," and he kind of just sneaks out, and he tells he gets to the police station. He's like, "Hey,
Invisible Man's in my barn."
Yep.
They're like, oh, shit.
He's like, we got a lead.
But then they're like, he knows it's snowing. He's like, no, the snow. We'll be able to see him. We're like,
yeah, we'll be able to see
all
him.
the snowflakes, and then not to mention his footprints.
Yep.
So like, let's go. And they drive off to the farm, and they just light that bitch on fire.
Yeah, they light it on fire. Because I thought originally, I was like, yo, are they going to kill this motherfucker like Frankenstein? That's a cop-out. But no, they light him on fire to draw him out.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, shit, a fire. And he's like, again, he's asshole naked. Mm-hmm. Right? So he walks out, and you see the footprints of the snow, and the one police guy with a gun fucking just shoots him, and Buddy just falls over.
I guess he just follows the footprints, and he just looks and more or less aims like, okay, he should be right here.
He should be straight ahead, and he just looks and just shoots, and just Buddy and just falls over. Me, honestly, they should have lit his ass up like John Marsden in fucking Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
As soon as he walked out of the barn, just nothing but guns. But I was like nothing but guns, because at this point it's like, nah, bruh.
Yeah.
You'd have been the fucking West Side Gun lyric.
Goddamn.
But he fucking or ad lib. But we got him, and he's in the hospital, and the doctor the doctor of the hospital tells him, he's like, it's not looking good for Jack. He's like, he's dying. He's got a mortal wound. But I found out, and he tells the doctor,
fiance and the fiance.
The fiance comes up. He's like, he's been calling for someone named Fiona.
Yeah.
Like, he's been calling for that person. He's like, that's be me. And he says, well, I'll tell you now. He said, I'll tell you now. It looks like he's starting to I looked at the potion. When he dies, he will revert back to his old self.
Yeah.
And his skin and everything will be shown. So when he dies, the potion leaves with him.
Yeah.
So you'll have that. And so she walks into the room, and they pretty much say their goodbyes.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm sorry, I went
he's crazy. Like, I'm sorry, I fucking lost my goddamn marbles. Yeah. Just please forgive me. And she's like, oh. And then, he just fucking dies.
Yeah,
and
you just see a skull at first, like.
Yeah, it's in a cool technique. You see a skull kind of slowly get back into frame, and then like his skin comes up, and then his body appears. Yeah. And then
you see Claude Rains for the first time.
Claude Rains, and
movie ends
in the traditional Universal Pictures.
Just the end.
The end with like the fucking plane flying past.
Yeah, the old Universal logo.
Yeah. Which I thought was still the GOAT Universal logo. So
the little plane flying.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that was Invisible Man. That was really dope to me. I really enjoyed it. When we watched this movie, we were like not sober. And we were not sober. We were fucking tired as shit.
Yeah.
And the fact that we were so tired and we were still enthralled into the movie, that it shows what type of movie this is. I very, very much recommend it. I recommend it. I know Jose recommends it.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. Start season off right. Watch that. Jose, now it's time. Jose, before we get into that, the categories there, let's talk about what's your favorite cinema villain moment, my man?
Ooh. I'm trying to think, because it could definitely be his speech. Just like, we're beginning with Reign of Terror.
That is, I'm surprised you wouldn't go with that.
Yeah, but I kind of do like his initial, like, all right, motherfuckers, y'all want to know who I am?
The first, like, I'm gonna, like, look, I tried to fix this, y'all won't let me fix it, so let me embrace it.
Yeah.
So pretty much when he just takes off his invisibility,
Just starts snapping on people. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty much the invisibility opening.
Yeah.
Me, it's gonna be his fucking getting back at Kemp.
Yeah.
And just telling that motherfucker, saying, yo, I always knew you were a fuck boy. He's like, I always knew you were a fuck boy, but now you're a fucking fuck rat. Goodbye, Kemp. And fucking just kicks this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And just pushes this motherfucker off the cliff. That's mine. I'm gonna say that one, because that one, Kemp was trying to mack on your woman.
Yeah.
He fucking dimed out on you. Granted, you ain't really give him no choice, but he dimed you out. He's like, nah, fuck that. He's like, I thought I could trust you, Kemp. Apparently I was wrong. Fucking and gets this motherfucker out of here. So yeah, absolutely, 1000%. Get Kemp the fuck out of here. Those are mine, and yours. But Jose, it's time for our favorite time of the session.
Oh yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, we here at Cinema Villains also rate and review these movies. But besides just rate and review these movies, we rate the villain in every movie we cover. We judge them off of 3 categories, and those categories are the motive, the drip, and the threat level. Jose, as you always do, let's kick it off. What are you giving him for the motive?
See, here's a weird one. What is his motive? He just wants to be invisible?
So the motive to me kind of changes.
Yeah.
Because he wants to find a cure.
But then halfway, he's like, we'll start a Reign of Terror.
But then the fucking insanity kind of takes fold, and then he's like, yo, fuck that. I'm going to rule the world with my power, right?
I can rule the world with this power.
Yeah. And
invisibility.
Of invisibility. No one can stop me.
Yeah.
When it was your own hubris that stopped you.
Yeah.
What are you giving it, man?
I'll give it a 4.
That's kind of where I'm at right now, because I'm like, it's kind of weird, because it kind of starts off one way. Because it kind of
starts off like, oh, you're sympathetic for him, you know?
Yeah,
he's trying to find a cure. He's fucking like...
And then he loses his fucking mind, and he's snaps. Like, yo, and this man goes on a fucking
I could take over the world. He's like, you will grovel before my feet.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll give him a 4.5. I'm going to give him a 4.5, only because of, like, when he turned up. He turned up.
Yeah.
Right? His motive, and he damn sure almost could have got away.
Right.
Right? So, we fucking forgot where he fucking starts where he walks into a bank. Like this
we forgot about that. Yeah.
This is after the fucking train shit, where he walks into a bank and he
steals a drawer. Just fucking takes a drawer of money
and just walks out and just kind of does his best Robin Hood impression and just starts throwing that shit in the air.
It's like a gift from the Invisible Man, money. He just throws it everywhere.
Bison dollars. He just starts throwing that shit up. And people were just eating that shit up, right? So, but yeah, we forgot that. Yeah, no, but yeah, the motive, I'm gonna give him 4.5. Yeah. Only because it kind of went, and he definitely almost fucking got away with it.
Yeah.
Everything he was saying kind of went up. I'll give him a 4.5, and you're gonna stick with the 4.
I'll stick with 4, yeah.
All right. The drip.
It's a 0. He's invisible. We can't see him.
He's not John Cena.
No, I'm kidding. It's a 5.
It's a fucking 5,
because it's an iconic look. Like every Invisible Man is taken from this Invisible Man.
Yes. And on top of that, like, even though he's in the buff man,
the nude,
he does look dapper in whatever he's wearing, even though it's kind of silly when it's just kind of waving his arms and shit. He's like a fucking walking, talking, waving inflatable arm tube man.
Right. But like I said, especially like when you first see him walk into the tavern, like that is the Invisible Man
iconic
look.
drip. Yep. The iconic drip is a 5. I'm also giving it a 5. That is simple as fuck right there. But now the threat level.
Oh, threat level's a 5 too?
Yup.
What the fuck you can do? You can't see him.
No.
Unless you have predator vision, but that shit didn't exist back then.
Nope.
So you're fucked.
Unless you had dog. Not only that, you would have to. Imagine if this shit was during the summer.
Yeah.
And it didn't rain.
Yeah, you're fucked.
You were fucked. Like he is going
like,
to.
He was handicapped because it's cold as shit. So it's like fuck.
But if it was if he fucking made it to the summer months or
Yeah.
the spring, to the warmer fucking months of the year, that whole town would have been fucking dead.
Yeah.
Big dead. I don't even know how you would have caught him. I was like, he fucking just too, and it's crazy because he didn't start off crazy. He just like, I'm trying to fix this shit.
Yeah.
And people, it's like, I just wanted a Pepsi, Mom.
Yeah.
It's like,
All
but
I
you
wanted
wouldn't give it to
was
me. All I wanted was a cure, but you wouldn't give it to me.
Really annoyed, and he was like, "Fuck it,
Fuck it. I'm turning up.
I'm ending this tavern's career right
Yep,
now. I'm
just-
shutting this business down."
Dog, done, said, had, completed, Kaputski. Man, I thought he was gonna get a clean sweep, but the motive was
The motive was kind of like,
yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Like, but it was still high to me because he technically saw. Do I want to lower it back to no? Do I want to? I'll give it 4.5.
Yeah.
Because just thinking about it, because you gave him a 4, and it's kind of like okay, like, but then if we're giving him the reason why I gave him a 4.5 is because the other half of that motive. He went from finding a cure to saying, I'm going to cause complete chaos. And that's literally what he did.
He's like, I'm an agent of chaos.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Look, shit. That's what he did. He ran around. He fucking got a train off the fucking tracks. And we are still forgetting that he knocked over a fucking baby, bruh.
Just bang.
Just say, yo, fuck this kid, and just push that motherfucker. And the baby just rolling on the fucking ground.
Oh, shit.
Like a Tootsie Roll.
Right?
Jesus Christ. But yeah, man, holy shit. That was some wild shit, man.
Yeah.
But hey, man, we kicked it off with the Universal Monsters here.
Oh, let's not forget. So obviously he's in the Villain Dome.
Oh yeah.
VIP.
We have been forgetting that.
Yeah.
We have been forgetting that. And thank you for doing that because
Yeah.
I was definitely gonna in our pre-meeting was gonna talk to you about that
Yeah.
every time I was like, we've done 3 episodes where we haven't fucking done that.
Yeah.
And every one that we've done, we are putting them in the dome.
Yeah.
They are in a dome. I think. Are they in VIP? I'm not sure.
Invisible Man, 100%.
Yeah, Invisible Man, like he should have his own fucking wing.
He should be a Hokage, but we don't. Yeah,
I mean, the only ones we'd put in the Hokage section would be Frankie, Drac, and Wolfie. Like those 3.
Please call me Drac. I'm not calling you that.
No,
As you wish.
As you wish. But no, it's those 3 would be in the Hokage. Those 3 would be in Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Period. Right. Invisible Man should be right up there.
Yeah.
He should have that shit. But I understand.
Yeah.
I understand completely. But ladies and gentlemen, that was Invisible Man, and thank you for listening to that. We will be back
next week for more spooky. That's right. But yeah, thank you so much. This was a fun episode. Please go watch this movie, man. Like I said, quick hour and a half. Not even hour and a half. An hour like in 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not long whatsoever. It's not long whatsoever.
Yeah.
You can turn this on and like enjoy it because we highly recommend this. I cannot stress this enough. This is probably going to be the most fun of the 4 Universal Monster movies we're going to cover.
Exactly.
So I'm going to tell you that right now. But other than that, folks, for Jose, I am Shag. We will see you guys next time.
Peace out.
Later.